Yo, 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 yo. What is good? What is good? Rod, it's been a fucking long ass off season, dog.
Well, last I checked, the last time we got some real football, it was the Super Bowl. Yeah, we're not gonna get into that, y'all. That's been beaten like a dead horse. I'm just salty because Tom Brady had one of the worst games he could have ever had in the Super Bowl and still won. Still salty, you feel me? And fuck you, Jared Goff. But anyway, we are back talking football, y'all. It's the Couch Bros. If you don't already know, it's your boy Rod, man. And next to me, to my right, it is.
Yeah, it's your boy Herb. This is just a continuation of the football podcast that we had last year. So, if you listen to us, you already know what to expect or whatever. We're not new to this or whatnot. So everybody's been saying, hey, when y'all going to bring the football pod back? When y'all going to bring the football pod back? When are y'all going to bring the football pod back? The football pod is back. We're super excited, and we have a lot of shit to talk about. I'm a Cowboys fan, so this is going to be very Cowboys-centric. Rod, man, is a Dolphins fan, so it's also going to be very Dolphins-centric, and we're always going to talk about our two teams every week. But it's not just going to be that. We're going to talk about the entire NFL or whatever. So, and then we're going to have guests, a.k.a. our homeboys who are fans of other teams going forward. So let's get right into it. Rod, Dolphins, you got a new quarterback. You have a new head coach. You have a new scheme, which seems like that's the new thing every 3 years. So go ahead and bake, my friend.
Well, I'm going to be honest. Before we start this pod, I just want to say that because the basketball season, and I know we're talking football right now, I just want to get this out the way. The basketball season was so lit. I'm just now finally feeling that football vigor. You know what I'm saying? But I've been doing some reading on the teams, on training camp, and then I watched the preseason game and watched some breakdowns. First and foremost, start Rosen, bro. Just start Rosen. Like, what are we doing here? Like, we've seen. Listen, I love me Fitz Magic, and I love me Fitz Tragic. But we know that's all he is. And when I was watching the game, I didn't even really care when he was with the ones. I was really paying attention to Rosen and seeing how he was with the ball. And I feel bad because he went from Arizona and probably had high hopes of maybe adequate offensive line play. And he went right back to where he was just used to being just getting killed. But when he did have time to throw, he made some impressive throws. We have an undrafted kid. He's got a lot of buzz this week thanks to some all his catches were dope. Preston Williams out of Colorado. I don't know how this kid went undrafted. They say he had some concerns. I think he had like an assault issue with his girl or something like that. But did you see his catches, Herb?
Oh, shit. I'm eating chicken right now, y'all. My bad.
Oh, shit. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I seen them catches, though. Them catches was geeked as fuck, though. But, even when people have any kind of questionable concerns about their character, you still get drafted. Like, if you doing that, that just means that a lot of people were wrong. And I could go on my own tangent about the NFL draft because I do think there's a lot of groupthink because all these dudes talk to each other, all these evaluators talk to each other. So if one person isn't high on them, they'll be like, well, yeah, that's how you end up with 32 teams passing on this dude 7 fucking times, bro. But go on.
That's a very, very eloquent point you made, sir. But yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm pretty sure, the Dolphins, if there's one thing that is good about the Dolphins, our receiving core is not like great or anything, but it's diverse, it's versatile. Like, we got Kenny Stills who can hit it deep. We got Albert Wilson who is the kind of like the burner, the gadget guy. He's fast as hell. Devontae Parker, man, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I had high hopes for my man, bro.
Bro, let that shit go, bro. Like, how many times this dude gonna fool y'all, man?
No, I'm over it. That's why Preston Williams was a breath. Preston Williams in one game is that's who DVP was supposed to be. That's who he was supposed to be. So, but in any case, the most important thing, or maybe the biggest change, obviously, was the coaching staff. I've watched a couple of Brian Flores interviews. I like the way he carries himself, but if I'm being honest from my heart, look, I don't want to group him with guys because he's brand new. He's his own person. We've seen Belichick's, lackeys go to other teams and not do too much outside of Bill O'Brien. Mostly, and what's his name? The guy in Detroit, Matt Patricia. He remains to be seen. He had one season. You can't knock a guy for one season. But from what I've seen of him so far, I like the way he carries himself. The defense in the preseason game, they look pretty solid to me. We look good against the first team unit against Atlanta, which wasn't really the first team. I mean, they had Matt Schaub. But in any case, when it comes to the Dolphins, look, anybody who knows me probably realizes that I'm a pretty cynical Dolphins fan. As I've gotten older, football's football. I'm excited to see what Rosen's about. I'm hoping that after about 4 weeks, because I'm pretty sure we're going to start Fitz. After he shows himself, Rosen will get the start, and maybe we'll see what this team can be made of.
All right, so I like that you took me right where I wanted to go. Y'all niggas got Ryan Fitz magic, man. Like, when y'all signed him, what was your first thought, bro?
You know what? When we signed him, it was like I did a complete 180 in 2 seconds, because at first I was just like, are you serious, bro? And then I was just like, well, you know what? We did just have Tannehill for 7 years. Fuck it. That's just how I felt, And Tannehill, by the way, since we're talking football, looked pretty damn good with a decent O-line in Tennessee. And I'm just thinking to myself, I would not be surprised. I'm just throwing it out there. It might not happen. I wouldn't be surprised if Tannehill starts over Mariota at some point.
Whoa, Rod, boy, it's a little early for them hot takes, dog. I know we in hurricane season. We trying to, heat South Florida up, but goddamn, bro.
Well, it's not even just like how he played. Mariota's just always hurt.
That is true, but yeah, you don't go get Ryan Tannehill to be a backup quarterback unless you feel like he's going to be able to get in the game because your starter is going to probably miss 4 or 5 games because he seems like he's always hurt. I'm not looking at the stats. I'm not looking. So you trolls or you two Titan fans in all of America who'll hear this and go crazy, aka you, Brendan. I don't know if he's always hurt or not, but you don't get Ryan Tannehill, whether he was a bust or not. He was a good quarterback. Like, at his best, he was a pretty good quarterback, and that guy doesn't go to a team and he doesn't take a role on a team just to be a backup. In his mind, he feels like he's better than Marcus Mariota. So, but you can't get caught up in the trap of preseason, bro. Everybody looks amazing in preseason. Nobody's playing defense, bro.
Oh, of course, and preseason is the vanilla script. Teams are just trying shit out. I don't know. I'm not salty because I was happy when Tannehill was gone, but I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I've seen him, when he had good online play, he played well, bro. So, and that's just something that doesn't happen in Miami. But that's one thing before we move on to the Cowboys. That's one thing I want to say about Rosen. He definitely, the one thing that used to kill me about Tannehill's pocket presence used to kill me because he has none. Like, Josh Rosen can feel the rush. Like, he can shake off defenders coming at him. Like, he makes more plays when he's under pressure, which is something that I actually like to see and something that you need when you have a bad O-line. But other than that, preseason got some weeks left to go. We'll see what this team is made of when the season starts. You never know. You know what I mean?
All right. So, thank you, Rod. I feel like I don't know anything more about the Dolphins after your soliloquy, bro. I don't know anything more about the Dolphins, bro. Like,
well, I mean, you mean like in terms of like the whole team?
No, I was coming to you as a Dolphins fan to educate me, bro. I felt like you didn't say anything, bro. You were just like, yeah, this. It's like you just thought of everything you heard about people saying on ESPN about your team, bro. Except for Preston, that was dope. I wasn't really paying attention to him and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, I figure it's early. I mean, I could talk about Xavier Howard. Everybody knows about my man X. You know what I'm saying? I could I guess break down the team. I could talk about Christian Wilkinson. Wilkins.
For sure. You definitely should talk about y'all rookie, man.
No. I mean, I don't know what he's gonna be, but he looked good, bro. And I'm excited to see him. I think he's gonna be. I mean, I don't want to say, I guess, superstar, but I think he could be a blue chip elite type player.
All right, so before we get into the Cowboys, because we could talk about the Cowboys all day, but that's a very popular team. You could put it on FS1, ESPN, and you'll hear everybody talking about the Cowboys. I want to get the pressure of you. I'm not the pressure, but the temperature of you as a lifelong Dolphin fan. Like, where are you? Are you excited going into seasons anymore, or have they just zapped that out of you? So it's just like whatever happens is whatever happens.
I'm excited going into football seasons because of football. The Dolphins. I mean, look. Every once in a while, the Dolphins surprise. I expect them just about every year to go into a mediocre because that's what they've shown me. You know what I'm saying? But this year, I expect us to be around 8-8, bro. Like that seems to be we're married to that fucking record, bro. Like we just hover around 7-9, 8-8. But that depends on if I'll say this. I think put it like this: if we do ceiling floor, right? I think the Dolphins' floor is lower than their ceiling is high. But if our O-line, because a lot of starters didn't play, if the O-line plays decently well, and I don't know what to expect from Flores' scheme, but there's a lot that remains to be seen. It's football. All
right, so another question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how mad were you? And I'm going to explain the question in detail. How mad were you when they got Ryan Fitzpatrick? And the reason why I asked you that is because you getting Ryan Fitzpatrick, and you getting Josh Rosen, that automatically puts you out of the race for Justin Herbert or Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua, tank for Tua. We got out of that race.
Yeah, so that when you think about it in a macro sense, did that piss you off or anything like that?
To be honest, nah, not really. Because if I'm being honest, I wouldn't have faith in the Dolphins to tank, bro. Put it like this. I'm gonna just put it to you in reality, bro, because it already happened. Suck for luck happened. Remember that?
That is true. Yeah.
The Dolphins started 0-7 that season. We were perfectly on the choo-choo train to sucking for luck. And then we finished the season 7-9. Herb won 6 games in a row for what? You know what I'm saying?
I don't understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like in basketball, you don't have to tank in basketball because obviously it doesn't really net you anything. The Pelicans had Anthony Davis, and they weren't one of the worst teams in the league, and they still got Zion Williamson. In the NFL, it pays to fucking tank. Yeah. You might get a bad quarterback at the top. Who knows? But recently, the number 1 pick at quarterback has panned out. Andrew Luck, that was the number 1 pick. Not Matt Ryan. Who else was the number 1 pick? Andrew Luck, Jared Goff. Whether you believe him or not, he panned out. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
he made it to a Super Bowl.
A Super Bowl, whatever you say. Baker Mayfield looks like a really good quarterback.
Yes.
He looks like he's going to pan out. Recent history shows you that these number 1 picks are panning out, bro. Like, so why not do what you got to do? What glory is going 6-7? I understand the players. The players are playing for their lives and they're playing for their next contract. I get that. But ownership, why do you want to go 6-7? Why do you want to go 8-8? What does that net you?
Just more mediocrity.
You're just gonna, bro. Like I remember
in the same place.
If anybody, like, to people who's listened to us for a long time, we had a whole episode just dedicated to how the Dolphins are either going to be between 6-10 and 10-6, bro.
Oh yeah.
There's no in between with them, bro. Like they're gonna be in that core range of games, bro. Like either you're gonna be 500, you're gonna be 1 game under 500, 1 game over 500, 2 games under 500, 2 games over 500. It's never. It's incredible.
Yeah, we managed to hit that being every year, and every once in a while. But you know what though? Based on what like all the analysts are saying, the Dolphins are going to be the worst. I don't think the Dolphins are going to be the worst team, bro. I think the Giants are going to be the worst team.
No, I don't think the Giants are going to be the worst team. And sorry, I'm eating because there's some good chicken, so I'm fucking this shit up, bro. To anybody listening, my bad. I'm going to be smacking real quick. I don't think the Giants are going to be the worst team. One, because, and I don't believe this, and this is going to take us to the Cowboys. I don't believe this, but for whatever reason, they did play better as a team when Odell didn't miss like the last 4 games or some shit. That could have been people were quitting. I mean, it's the last 4 games. Who fucking cares? Niggas not really trying that hard. However, You got Saquon Barkley. The O-line isn't great, but it's better. I just don't see that team going 0-2. And if they do, I will laugh because I hate the Giants more than anything in this world. So it's gonna.
Who do they play their first 2 games?
No, I'm not. I'm just talking about like I'm not 0-2. I meant like 0-8 or 0-9 and finishing 2-12 or some shit like that.
Oh,
I don't see that, bro.
Got you.
I don't know who that team is, bro. To me, I think the Raiders are going to be a spectacular blow up of shit, bro.
Oh, they're America's greatest shit show right now.
That's a 4-win team if I ever seen one, bro. It just looks like one, dog.
I haven't seen the second episode. I saw the first. I got to catch up.
No, I don't even watch. I just know it's going to be a shit show because all it takes is a 2 or 3 game losing streak. Antonio Brown is going to cause a fucking riot in that play. There are people like niggas going to be just like, go home, bro. That's gonna happen, dog. I guarantee that, bro.
So you're saying like the Raiders are gonna be to the NFL like what the Lakers were to the NBA last year?
Nah, you want to know why? Because the Lakers, as much of a shit show they were, it was a reality show, but the product wasn't that bad. Everybody got hurt. This is just gonna be a bad product, in my opinion. I'm willing to be wrong. I don't think I'm gonna be wrong, but I'm willing to be wrong. That's fine. Now let's get on to the Cowboys. Yeah, I'm the resident Cowboy fan on here. Yeah, blah blah blah. Oh, you mean the Cowgirls? Ha ha. Yeah, I've heard all your fucking jokes. You fucking fat fucking Eagle fans. But I digress. There's a lot going on with my team right now, bro.
Yeah, man.
There's a lot going on with my team right now.
Contract negotiations. I mean, going regular, but people are making a big deal about it. Fucking Zeke holding out though.
Yeah, but that's gonna be interesting because I don't know what my mans can really do. Like, if you really break it down, it's interesting for a bunch of reasons. Why? Because he wants to reset the market that Todd Gurley reset, right? However, he's on his rookie deal. He has 2 years left on his rookie deal.
2 years, bro.
And they could franchise him. But he is on the rare team where he is needed more than he's fortunate because he has all these things going against him, but he's also on a team that would be desperate enough to just say fuck it and pay him if we start 0-3 without him.
That's true. I could definitely see that happening.
Because if he was on another team, say he was on the Chargers, same talent, same effect on the team, they'll be like, you know what? We can survive without you. Melvin Gordon is going through that. Melvin Gordon is not Ezekiel Elliott.
No.
You know what I'm saying? If he was on the Saints, they'll be like, you know what? We could do it without you. Alvin Kamara, what can Alvin Kamara do to the Saints? The Saints have been raw before he even got there.
Right. He was just an excellent bonus.
He's just an excellent bonus. Zeke, on the other hand, plays for an owner who's that desperate to say, fuck it, I don't care. Let's pay this nigga, bro.
Good old Jerry.
So I want to see if it's going to be a game of chicken. Like, is he really going to do, is he really not going to play? Like, he's going to pull a LaDainian Tomlinson. You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't care about accruing another year for free agency. That doesn't mean shit to a running back. Like, you got to get your money as soon as possible, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you got Amari Cooper's up. Byron Jones is up. Jalen Smith is going to be up soon.
Whew, man,
we already paid DeMarcus Lawrence.
A lot of talented players.
And then you got the worst player, but the most important player, Dak Prescott. So this is what happens when you draft well, but you don't get the rewards of drafting well early. And I mean drafting well and getting a Super Bowl or going to the Super Bowl, a la the Seahawks, who drafted Bobby Wagner, who drafted Earl Thomas, who drafted Richard Sherman, who drafted Russell Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Earl Thomas, out of the whole Legion, boom, all their premier players, Earl Thomas was the only first round pick. So everybody was cheap, and they went to 2 Super Bowls, won one, lost one. You know what I'm saying? Now when people get paid, you already got the glory of it. The Eagles, before they had to pay Carson Wentz, they did a lot of good money management. They went to the Super Bowl. They won the Super Bowl. They beat the Patriots. The Cowboys, the fuck did we do, my nigga? The fuck did we do? Oh, yeah, we beat the Seahawks in the playoff. Whoa. Whoop the fucking do.
Pat on the back, right?
Pat on the fucking back and got our ass caved in by the Rams. And now we're paying for it because we can't pay all of these guys. So I feel like I'm one of the most level-headed Cowboys fan in the world. There's a lot of us. We come in a lot of colors, shapes, sizes, bro. And there's some crazy ones, there's some obnoxious ones, and there's some ones that make me like, oh, that's why we're the most hated fan base. But it's a lot of level-headed ones like myself. And this is going to be a very interesting season for me because it could either be a good Cowboys season or it could be a giant clusterfuck, but I don't fucking know. And my man Nick's finna come in here, so we probably just going to cut this part out. So it's going to be a quick little break and whatnot. All right, and now we are back. So just a little recap. We're just talking about the Cowboys and whatnot. So Rod, I know you have some questions for me as the Cowboy fan. Go ahead, sir.
As an outside, from the outside perspective, I'm just curious to know, Herb, and I kind of have an idea, but for the people, how do you feel in the event, and it seems very likely that Zeke holds out for the season? How do you feel about your boys, man? About their performing, and in particular, El quarterback.
All right, so I'm going to preface this by saying this. When Dak became the starter, I did not want him to be a starter. Even though we went 13-3 that first year, his rookie year, I still didn't want him to be the starter because I'm like, if this nigga could go 13-3, think what we would have did with fucking Tony Romo, bro. With that line, with Ezekiel Elliott, bro, with Des Bryant. But even though Des Bryant was falling off, Tony still knew how to find him and how to get him the ball. Fast forward, Tony is even when we looked like we were going to lose against the Packers in the playoffs and we came back, tied the game, and we lost by field goal. I still said I'd rather have Tony Romo. Niggas was calling me crazy, bro. Yeah, we got to understand that rookie year, everybody was on Dak's dick. Like after preseason, how he looked at preseason, he was making throws, everything. Like Dak was that dude all preseason, like all that whole year. Like if you go back and you see all these people said, oh, like it was rare. Like if you would have said you would rather have Tony Romo, you get laughed at. That sounds crazy now, but that was a reality. You know what I'm saying? So without Zeke, that nigga's not good, bro.
I mean, honestly, I've never been. I don't look down on Dak. I never just been that high on him though. I never thought.
And that's fine. I just, as a Cowboys fan, from day one, I knew what he was. He's a quarterback that needs everything around him to be a good quarterback. That's nothing wrong with that. That's 90% of the NFL.
Exactly. That's how it should kind of be.
Right? But the problem is when he doesn't have everything, he's really bad, specifically Zeke. And I'm in a strange place because the older I get, the more I work, the more I go to work, the more I hate going to work, the more I'm rooting for these players to get all these fucking money that they can get. Fuck ownership, fuck management. And it doesn't make any sense why fans of teams, or why people always root on the side of management. Oh, this person makes too much. This person makes too much. Nigga, what the fuck? If you had the opportunity to go get $40 million a year, you're going to say, no, I don't deserve that. Fuck no, nigga. Get the fuck out of here, bro. So from that mindset, I'm always going to root on these guys to go on the other side. However, this nigga Dak, let's just do the games with Zeke and without Zeke. 2017, week 1 with Zeke. Okay, his average with Zeke in 2017, 62% from the field, 217 yards a game. That's not a lot, but hey, whatever. 1.7 touchdowns versus 0.6 interceptions. Not great, but a good quarterback. 6-4. Without Zeke, 2017, 186 yards a game, bro. A 1-to-1 touchdown interception ratio. Like, he had a game where they won the game. He only had 102 passing yards, bro. 50% only completed 50% of his passes. How in 2017 you could go a whole game and only get 102 yards, bro? That don't make no fucking sense, bro.
Yeah, especially in the age of the explosive passing attack.
Like, he needs a lot. You know what I'm saying? Our scheme didn't help Dak, but at the end of the day, you can't need everything for it. You can't need a good scheme. You can't need a all-world running back. You can't need a potential all-world wide receiver, bro. Like,
and then you had the offensive line that was geeked up that year.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Geeked, yeah.
Now let's get to 2018, bro. This nigga without Zeke. Like, what is going on here, bruh? 160, 168, 208. Like, that's terrible. Those are passing yards. Not rushing yards. Those are passing yards, bro. Those are passing yards from an NFL quarterback in 2018 where they throw 40 times a game. So, what do I think will be without Zeke? We're going to be a very interesting team that could be a terrible team that could not have any openings for Amari Cooper. You know what I'm saying? That not could have any openings for Michael Dunlap. That cannot have any openings for Jason Witten, old ass who came back.
Bro, yeah, what was up with that? Like, what's up with that?
Bro, when you're so bad at something that it scares you to go get hit again for a living, dog. That's how bad that nigga was on ESPN Monday Night Football, bro. Like, did you ever watch him? Like, you know me, I'm a Cowboy fan. That's my man. So I'm like, yo, let me go watch my guy. That nigga was terrible, bro.
You know what's funny? I just never paid much attention to him when I watched the game.
No. Fam was bad. Like, you got to think about it. You getting paid, I don't know, probably, it's Jason Witten. He's a former Cowboys. You know you're going to get a really good paycheck. Probably got $4 or $5 million a year. You know what I'm saying? To just talk. Just be okay.
He couldn't even do that.
Nigga went full Emmitt Smith. You never go full Emmitt Smith, fam. He went full Emmitt Smith, bro.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? So now he's back to getting hit for a living. So I don't like our chances without Zeke, long story short. But I'm interested to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be a push up and shut up. I'm gonna root like crazy because you know you, we're kindred spirits in this. We just love abusive relationships when it comes to our football teams, bro.
Yep. Dolphins fans, we know that the best, man. We get beat down.
All right. So that's enough on that. Before we finish up the show, I definitely want to touch on the rookies because that's what preseason is for. You don't watch preseason for all the people that you know. You watch preseason for the influx of new talent in the NFL. So rookies, who did you like? Who were you interested to see? Who caught your attention? Who were like, okay, yeah, let me really watch him. So go ahead, Rob.
Well, truth be told, there weren't really any rookies that jumped off the page to me. You know what I'm saying? Truth be told, I was trying to pay much attention to the quarterbacks, and I'm going to be honest, bro. It was just, one game, but Daniel Jones, bro, like this man got booed, bro. Now, I know you're a Giants fan, Herb. I know you're a Giants fan. I know you're a Giants fan. You're not going to want to hear this, bro. But I was watching Daniel Jones, and I was just like, wow, man, you know what? Young Eli.
It's scary, though. He looks exactly like Eli Manning, bro. Like, the infatuation that New York has with Eli Manning is ridiculous. It's one of the weirdest things I could ever remember in anything, bro. Appreciate that, Bailey. Good looks, fam.
Oh, look at Bailey playing cleanup.
Yeah, appreciate that. Let me just take that off. You know what I'm saying? Let's come over here. All right, so, bro, how many times y'all, bro?
What?
Christian Hackenberg looked good in fucking preseason, bro.
Bro, you just said preseason's for the rookies, right?
Right, but you talking about, Daniel Jones. Bro, listen, okay, this is what I will concede. The passes looked good. Like, they look pretty. Like, you know how when somebody just throws a ball, you're like, okay, that nigga just could throw a football, like, at a professional level. And I got to give him that. I'm giving him that. Like, I'm not taking that away from him. But, listen, this is not me being a hater. Like, I don't wish any success. Actually, I'll take that back. I actually don't want him to be bad because this is the problem when you get criticized and get ridiculed. Because all you have to do is look okay. And because everybody's expectations were that you were so bad when he was never the case. People wanted him to be a first round pick. They didn't have a problem with him being a first round pick. They had a problem being with the 6th pick. So if he was good enough to be a first round pick, he's good enough to look good in preseason.
Fair point. I mean, okay. I got you.
It's just because he got laughed at and the Giants became such a laughing stock that we expected him to be an actual bust when he was supposed to be, at worst, a 2nd round pick.
I wasn't expecting him to be a bust, but I didn't care about the kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know much about Daniel Jones. You know what I'm saying? When they picked him up.
But that's what I'm saying, because you had so much analysts saying, "What are the Giants doing? Are they crazy?"
Nah, it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that. It was just it wasn't even just them. Okay, they were saying that, but that just kind of made me want to watch them for myself. And analysts can say anything they want. They get paid to have their opinions on certain niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so this is my point I'm trying to make. With that in the back of your head, what were you expecting to see?
I didn't have any expectations. I wanted to see what the kid was about. I wanted to see for myself. Okay. I was, from the way everybody talked about it, I wanted to see, like, is he as bad as everybody says he is?
Exactly. So all he had to do was throw a couple good passes, and then he was like, wow, this kid right here, man.
Well, nah, I mean, I'm not thinking. I mean, you know, I didn't call the nigga Dan Marino. You feel me? I'm just saying, like, from the way everybody talked about Daniel Jones, I'm expecting the kid to be like Dwayne Haskins, for example, who, by the way, he caught a lot of flack. I didn't think he played that bad. Yeah, he had 2 bad interceptions, but he didn't look that bad to me, in my opinion. But, you know, I mean, I would have expected him to look more like that, you know what I'm saying, than the way niggas was talking about him. But in any case, if I'm going to talk about rookies, and I didn't touch on him enough, my boy Christian Wilkins, I think he's going to be that dude, bro. I feel good about him.
All right, so I didn't watch I didn't watch too much of the preseason, so I made it an effort to just watch the rookies. So if the rookies weren't playing, like Kyler Murray, you know, I watched a little bit of that. So, you know what I'm saying? I should have watched the Dolphins because I did want to see Josh Rosen or whatever. But since you did watch him and you saw Christian Wilkinson, who was the defensive lineman from Clemson national championship team, what about him stood out to you?
Well, I mean, if you look at his numbers, I believe he only finished the night with like 2 solo tackles. But like you could see, bro, like that he's a strong boy, dog. Like he's gonna be pushing, he's gonna be knocking offensive linemen out the way, bro. Like he looked strong. He was good. He was good against the rush. He was always close to the ball. I mean, I thought he was good. He looked good. You know what I'm saying? Truth be told, he's not someone who leaped off the screen. I kind of had to look for him, obviously, but when I did pay attention to him, I liked what I saw. He didn't. I've seen defensive linemen look like for example, he's defensive end, but Charles Harris. Ah, man. I mean, when we picked him, I wasn't happy, bro. But after all these years, I'm just like, God, I just want this nigga off my team, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't, like, from seeing how Charles Harris was, you could kind of tell, like, yeah, this nigga's not going to, you know, do anything. But Christian Wilkins, at least, going to be at least a solid NFL starter.
All right. Now, any other quarterbacks caught your eye? Kyler Murray, Dwayne Haskins. You touched on Dwayne Haskins, but who else was it's just them 3.
Those are the three big ones.
And then the one from the Broncos. Why am I having a brain fart? What's his name? He has such a cool quarterback name. Drew Lock.
Oh, you know what? I didn't watch much. I didn't watch Drew Lock, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Bro. I'm not staying up to 11, 12 o'clock to watch any rookie preseason game. I'm not that invested, dog.
I mean, he's going up against that guy. What's his name again? Oh, Joe Flacco. That's his.
Yeah, he got that. He got that easy.
Yeah.
Week 1 starter, Drew Lock. Lock it in. No pun intended.
When it came to Kyler Murray, they didn't really show too much, you know, when it came to him. But I mean, in terms of my expectations, I'm wondering, bro. Like he's a little man, bro. I'm wondering if he's gonna be able to survive, bro. And Arizona, and I'm asking that not just because he's little. It's because Arizona's offensive line is easily the worst in football. So and Kyler Murray does have that ability to run around and he could extend plays and shit. But this is the NFL, bro. It's different. He's a confident kid. I seen one of his little pressers, man. He's talking about, it's gonna work in the NFL. It's just like,
all right. So did you watch him though? Did you actually watch the game, or you just watch the highlights?
I watched the highlights.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't watch the game.
All right. So I watched the game. I mean, you can't say you watched the game. It was one fucking series, but I will say this: all the throws are easy. Like, there was like outs, little 5-yard outs and shit like that. But I've never seen a little nigga, and I'm saying a little nigga, the nigga's taller than me. He's 5'10", quote unquote. I still don't believe that shit. I don't give a fuck. That nigga's not 5'10". Not 5'10" in the quarterback.
I'm 5'11", so he can't be 5'10". He can't be.
Like that's his official listing at the NFL Combine. So it's the truth, but I just can't, I can't see him on the field and say, yo, that nigga's 5'10". 210 pounds. No fucking way, bro. But I digress. When he throws a ball, it just explodes out of his hands. Like, even the 5-yard outs, it was just boom, 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 on time, in rhythm, and it was right in people's hands. So the accuracy is there, the arm strength is there. But like you said, can this nigga take that pounding? Because they're going to blitz the fuck out of him, especially if they run some RPOs. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got Aaron Donald to worry about, fam. Twice a game.
Twice.
Like, twice a year.
And then Seattle's defense always manages to be.
Bro, they got Bobby Wagner on this little nigga twice a year. So it's going to be very interesting. We're going to see a lot what he's made of. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely interested for the season. And is there anything you want to talk about before we go ahead and close shop?
I think we touched on most of what we wanted to talk about today. But there's just one thing I wanted to talk about, man. I am super looking forward to seeing the Act 2 of Patrick Mahomes. Hopefully he stays healthy. Man, that Chiefs Patriots game last year left such a bad taste in my mouth because Tom Brady threw that third pick. He threw that third pick, and you know what? It was a penalty, so it's not even like the play never happened, but it happened, bruh. You know what I'm saying? But nah, seriously though, Patrick Mahomes last year, the dude threw 50 touchdowns. The man looked like a modern day, kind of like a mix between Brett Favre, Dan Marino to me. The way he could throw, he could sling that ball. The Chiefs, bruh, I don't know, Herb. The Chiefs are looking, they're gonna be nasty, bro.
Yeah, and I definitely want to get into Patrick Mahomes because I think for our next episode we're gonna do the pass the baton because we actually have a new influx of like really good quarterbacks. Yes. So we're definitely going to touch on Patrick Mahomes. We're definitely going to touch on Baker Mayfield.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Going forward. And then Deshaun Watson, shit like that. I will say this about Patrick Mahomes. You motherfuckers who's on this nigga's dick, and it's understandable. It always happens. I just need people to be consistent. Because the Chiefs were laughed at when they traded up to get him. Remember, Patrick Mahomes wasn't even supposed to be a fourth or fifth, like a second or third round pick. Going into the season and like with 2 months left in draft season before the actual draft came, they were talking about he gonna be a 5th round pick because he was such a fucking mess in college. The talent was there,
right?
But people were just like, he's the biggest boom or bust. But when you get that kind of talent with Andy Reid, and then you clean up whatever he needed to clean up, you get the most amazing. Bro, this nigga literally threw a no-look pass in a game, bro.
In a game, bro. The man threw a pass. He's thrown multiple passes with his left hand, bro. Bro, he's throwing offhand passes. No one does that.
Bro, you know me. One of my favorite television events is NFL Top 100. I used to mock it, and then I just realized, oh my God, this is amazing. The editing, everything about it. They had Darius Leonard on there. Darius Leonard, if you don't know,
rookie last year.
Rookie, great linebacker for the Colts, all pro. He was saying how when he was playing Patrick Mahomes, that he couldn't see Patrick Mahomes because he was behind the center, and all he saw was just a ball sidearm and go right to the fucking tight end, bro. He was like, he didn't even see the dude. he threw the ball around the fucking center, bro, because he can. But yeah, we could, yeah. Let's end this because we could go on another 20 minutes about this dude, bro.
Big facts.
Yeah, big facts. So, thank you for everybody who's listening. We got these episodes really going to crank up. This is just like a preview episode. We're probably going to be gone for like 2 weeks and while we work on the next episode. But when the new season starts, we're going to have episodes every single week. We're going to try to tinker around some things. We might do our episodes while Monday Night Football is going on, you know what I'm saying, just for engagement, so people who can listen to us live and whatnot. So we'll figure that out. So, but thank you for listening, Rod.
Hey, it's your boy Rod, man. As always, it was a pleasure to talk to you people and do this pod with my man Herb and chilling here with Nick and the dogs. It's your boy Rod signing out.
Herb signing out as well. Deuces.